It's 2 p.m. Troy, you can go ahead and start now. Welcome, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you guys hear me? If you could just wave, say hello, thumbs up. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and spending some time this Saturday, taking time away from you, your families, your friends, your community. Really appreciate that. This is the Health Exchange, where we are going to get to know Dr. Jan Roberto today. And you might learn something that you have not heard before, but hopefully we're going to give you some great information that you could utilize and take something back home with you that you can use at a later date or maybe later on today. But my name is Troy Richardson. I'm your gracious host, and we are going to get started immediately. We're going to show a video just to explain the products that we're going to be speaking about today. And then right after that, we're going to have the introduction of Dr. Jan Roberto by the National Marketing Director of this team, which is Team Sentient, Ms. Gay Russell. And then we're going to have a series of questions, and then Dr. Jan is going to give her amazing presentation. So without further ado, Ms. Lisa Michelle, our technical director today. Thank you so much, Lisa. Can you please start that video? The sound is a little choppy, Lisa. No worries, no worries. We'll get the technical situation rectified. I hope everyone had a good night's rest. Maybe you exercised this morning like me by walking my dog Duke. Duke is over there asleep now. I really worked him hard. But Lisa, if the video's an issue, we'll just move on to Gay and we'll just keep it moving.
1 second, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry about that, 1 second.
No problem.
And give me a thumbs up when you can hear the sound.
When it comes to our health, diet is at the center of everything. And fruits and vegetables need to be at the center of our diets. I'm here today to tell you more about Juice Plus, whole food-based fruit and vegetable capsules that have given thousands of people a jump start to better diets and better health. We all know we need to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, half our plate at every meal, and we need to eat a wide variety too. But for most of us, even on our very best days, it's hard to do that. And that's where Juice Plus comes in. Juice Plus is whole food nutrition from 20 fruits and vegetables, 30 if you count the berry blend, that bridges the gap between what we should eat and what we actually do eat every day. I say whole food because it is food, concentrated to deliver a powerful nutritional punch in a few small capsules. We harvest the produce at just the right time to ensure the nutrition is at its peak. Freeze the produce to lock in that nutrition and then, well, sort of pulverize everything, peels and all, into a pulp to unlock that nutrition and concentrate it. The peel is really important because, let's take an orange, for example. There's more vitamin C gram for gram in the peel than in the fruit itself. And if you're like me, you don't usually eat the peel. We dry that pulverized pulp, peels and all, at carefully controlled temperatures to protect the nutrients from damage. Then, blend it into Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry powders, delivered to you in plant-based capsules or chewables. And we do all of this at state-of-the-art freezing, drying, blending, and manufacturing facilities. Juice Plus checks all the boxes. It's 100% plant-based and 100% vegan, even the capsules themselves. It's made entirely from non-GMO ingredients, it's gluten-free, and it's third-party NSF certified, independently confirming that what's on the label is really in the product. Juice Plus is supported by over 20 years of independent clinical research conducted at prestigious hospitals and universities around the world, showing the benefits of Juice Plus on heart health, lung health, obesity, the immune system, even our DNA. There have been more than 35 studies and counting on Juice Plus, published in leading medical and scientific journals, making it easily the most researched branded nutritional product ever. And get this, if you're a parent or a grandparent or even an aunt or uncle, you can get Juice Plus free for a child by enrolling in our special program for families. This is our way to get Juice Plus into the hands of more families and encourage healthier eating habits for the next generation. Juice Plus also offers other whole food-based products that help you jumpstart and maintain a healthier lifestyle. Juice Plus complete shake mixes make it easy to replace unhealthy calories with the healthy shake or a smoothie. Mix with other healthful ingredients to start your day, or enjoy at lunch, or as an afternoon pick-me-up. Complete is rich in plant-based sources of protein and fiber and contains an entire range of whole food-based ingredients, different from those in Juice Plus capsules or chewables. And Juice Plus Complete bars are another tasty way to replace unhealthy calories with healthier ones. Juice Plus Omega Blend offers a unique whole food blend of 5 different omega fatty acids, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. What also makes Juice Plus Omega Blend so unique is it's a 100% plant-based omega product. We bypass the middle fish and go straight to the fish's source, the algae. And last but not least, there's Tower Garden by Juice Plus, a vertical aeroponic home growing system that lets you grow your own fresh fruits and vegetables year-round, indoors or out. We're proud that our Juice Plus products have been that one simple change that's helped jumpstart thousands of people to better diets and better health. We bet they can do the same for you.
That is such a great, excuse me, great video. Now we're gonna have National Marketing Director, Ms. Gay Russell, with the introduction of our esteemed guest speaker today.
So my name's Gay Russell, and I have the honor of introducing Dr. Jan Roberto. When she first started sharing from her practice in Springfield, I was excited because I actually grew up in Ohio. So I'm like, yes, Ohioans, you know. And we're Midwesterners though. So now I live in Chicago and have for 20 some years, you know, but it's all the same. And the thing we know, wherever you're from, you know, in the Midwest right now, it's a beautiful day. The sunshine is out and it's gorgeous. And we don't have that for very many months. So I just wanted to, I know everybody joins us in thanking you so much, Dr. Jan, for taking time on a Saturday afternoon.
We lost you for a second, Gay.
Michelle or Naja, you know, just every one of you, you know, you came on to respect her and she is here to honor you. And so I want to tell you a little bit about her. So Dr. Jan Roberto is a medical doctor who has been practicing family medicine since 1989. Dr. Jan, along with her husband, Mark, and 6 other physicians, provide comprehensive primary care to over 10,000 patients in Springfield, Ohio. For 30 years, she has served as part owner and managing partner of the Springfield Center for Family Medicine, which has recently merged with the Kettering Health Network. She's a board certified in family medicine and is an active member of the Soin Medical Center with the Kettering Health Network. She completed her undergraduate degree from the University of Cincinnati and received her doctorate of medicine from the Wright State University School of Medicine in Dayton, Ohio. She then completed a 3-year residency in family medicine as a member of the American Academy of Family Physicians. Well, she's passionate about the message of staying healthy by choosing a lifestyle that promotes wellness and longevity, and healthy longevity, right? She and her husband, Mark, have one son, Samuel, who received his medical degree, don't you know, in 2015, and is board certified in internal medicine. She has lectured to medical students and family practice residents about nutrition and practice management. They have 2 grandchildren, Cambridge and Winston, what great names, and she enjoys the California coast, cooking, exercising, and Maltese puppies. How grand. So we're so grateful again, Dr. Jan, for you to share all of your knowledge and your excitement with everybody that came on today. And so we'll mute out and let you take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gay. And I am so elated because when I first came into Juice Plus, all I did for the first 2 to 3 weeks was watch videos and listen to these amazing doctors who are also our partners. And that just took me, it blew me away. But I watched Dr. Jan over and over and over and over again. So as I talk to people, I could say a lot of the things that she was saying, and it made me sound really intelligent. So I really like to thank you for that, Dr. Jan. But I'm going to get right into it. I know you're in Springfield, Ohio, but where did you grow up? And at what point did you know that medicine was your calling?
Okay, great. Troy, thank you for having me. And congratulations to all of you for getting on today. I hope you really do come away with feeling inspired. But just a little bit about me. I am actually from a little bit northeastern Ohio, Massillon, Ohio, pretty well known for its football. But my story really began when my father, who was a dentist, he passed away suddenly at 7. I was actually sitting on his lap of a heart attack, and he was in his early 40s. And shortly after that, I think I did get that desire to want to go into medicine. And, interestingly, my husband, 30 years later, when our son was 7, he had a heart problem. He didn't have a heart attack. It was a 95% blockage at the same age as my father at 42. And so I don't know if that's why our son went into medicine, but it's, I don't want to say ironic, but that's what spurred me on to want to share healthy living and solutions, because we're at that point looking for solutions. But that's probably where the calling began, Troy. And, I think that what really, has been the most rewarding out of 31 years is the relationships. It's great to help people with their health. Unfortunately, a lot of people are used to sickness, and I have to deal with that. But, it is the relationships that are formed over the 30 years that has been the best part.
Wow, that's amazing. What a testimony right there in itself. Thank God your husband is okay. Thank God for that. And you're such a professional that you led into the second question, Dr. Jan. And you said relationships. My next question was going to be, what is the most rewarding part out of being a doctor in addition to the relationships?
Well, obviously it's the trust that people have, in me as an individual. And, that is something you can't put a price on. And, once you have that trust, that relationship is there. But you know what? I think that what blesses me the most is when people want to stay healthy. They come in and they say, what can I do to keep myself from getting sick or getting sicker? That's the $1 million question that I so enjoy. So I don't know if that answers it. You know what? Family practice, we did hospital work until just 3 years ago. And so I'm sort of on the other end. I'm part-time now, and I'm able to, have a few more choices now. And that's why I so enjoy this community.
Well, I think we all as partners, and no matter what you do in life, I think you really look for those solid relationships and the trust, whether you're looking for trust in others or you're looking for them to trust you. I think those are 2 very important qualities for all of us. And the next question is, I know you're about 20 miles from one of my favorite places, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, as a U.S. Air Force veteran. Thank you for all the military families that you have served. And we did speak a little bit about this, but I want the people to understand, especially the military personnel that might be on this call. I did invite quite a few. What is the best advice you could tell for a military family, being that they travel a lot? What is the best advice you could possibly give them?
Well, certainly, Right Pat is very close to us and very familiar, with their medical system. And we do have some retired military, some that are related, et cetera. But, I do understand that one major challenge with military is the being transferred from post to post and base to base. And, sometimes you become more fragmented, with your medical care, with those relationships. And so even more so, I believe that somebody that has fragmented or transient care, such as with military families, with the transferring, they need to embrace, first of all, being in charge of their own health care, being their own health advocate. And number two, keeping wellness forefront and not ignoring what we know to be part of staying healthy and staying well, exercise, water, good nutrition, sleeping more, stressing less, those core four that I talk about often.
Awesome, awesome. And folks, she mentioned sleep, but do not sleep on this Zoom webinar, okay? Wait till after. And the last question, then we're gonna get into what everybody's here for, to hear you. The last question is, what is your favorite Juice Plus product, and what do you live by?
That's not fair, because I've been eating Juice Plus now for about 16 years. And I use them all. So there is no favorite, because I believe everyone has every part. Every piece has a part. I've been on the trio since at the beginning, and I've added the Omega. I use a complete every single day. So to me, it's a health package, and there is no negotiation. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I love the complete because I know I get my calories and nutrition after I've had the micronutrition from the capsules.
Great answer. Dr. Jan, thank you so much for kicking off this health exchange. Now the floor is yours, what we all been waiting for. Let's have it. Let's do it.
Okay, well, hopefully my screen is still up and ready to go. And actually, I think I have to press another button. Okay, so what I wanted to do now that we're kind of gathered here for about 20 minutes or so is take you down a little bit from my beginning when I started to share this message actually 15 years ago. And it was one of those challenges or a request somebody had asked me. And, it's now become really kind of like my signature talk here for the last month or two, is that the problem that we had in 2005 is the same that we have now. The solution, our mission to inspire healthy living, is still the same, but better. Okay. And so, our message to everybody is, what one simple change can you make? Whether it's nutrition, diet, whether it's obviously food choices, exercise, water, our goal is to inspire one change at a time. There's always that person that wants to do it all, and then they fall off the wagon the next week or two. And so I like to show this picture because, it is one step at a time. And we have risk factors for disease and illness. And one of the major risk factors for heart attack, stroke, is smoking. And that is something people can choose to do or not do. And it's also extremely expensive. And not to draw this attention, but, a pack of cigarettes is definitely, $6 a pack. And I know people that smoke 2 of those per day. And so the other choice we all have, is our physical activity or inactivity, our nutrition. And the lack of both of those leads to being overweight and obese. And so this is, again, a modifiable risk factor. And left unchecked, these risk factors, continue on to cause unbelievably a large amount of diabetes or prediabetes, as well as high blood pressure, hypertension, and elevated cholesterol. And all of these can lead to heart attack and stroke. And so to just remind us, in 2005, this was one of my original slides. So all of the slides you see on '05 are from my original, one of the original presentations. So they're not so pretty, okay? I had to fight not fixing them, okay? But the information is the same or worse, okay? So at that time, we were talking about women and heart disease, and twice as many women were dying from heart disease than cancer, and that heart attack and stroke were killing more women than men, okay? And now we are still highlighting that heart disease still is the number one, 1 in every 3 deaths is caused by heart disease. And you can see heart attack, stroke, blockages, heart failure, and other. And so have we made an impact? No, absolutely not. We were talking in '05 about overweight and obesity in children, and talking about 5 years from then, 50% would be overweight and obese, and that at least a third of the children born around that time were going to develop diabetes. Well, look at this. So you can see at this time over 100 million Americans with diabetes or pre-diabetes, and that's 1/3 of the U.S. population. 1/3 of the U.S. population is either diabetic or pre-diabetic. And if you don't do something about these pre-diabetics, they will eventually become diabetic. Okay, and so, moving forward again, we used to talk about, the free radicals. We would talk about the destruction at the cell level. And this happens by poor lifestyle, just by making energy itself. ATP is produced by oxygen and eating food. As a result, there's free radicals. These free radicals are naturally happening. And, other issues can make them more apparent, stress, illness, aging. And so, we talk about armoring up with antioxidants. Well, my picture changed a little bit and became a little bit prettier, but we still have to understand the concept that free radicals are really what is happening at the core of illness and disease, and that's the cell membrane. And we have over 10,000 per cell per day, okay? And so, the foundation of our message, the foundation of our talks, of our solution is a healthier diet. And, at that time, only 10% of adults and 5% of children were getting in the amount that was recommended, 5 to 9. And that was for that period of time. And there was some comments around the end there about 9 to 12, but 5 to 9 is really what the message was for the longest time. And now it's 7 to 13. And, why is that? Well, because produce is not as healthy as it used to be. It's picked before it's ripe. The nutrients aren't condensed in there, and, more is better. And, we're still not making it happen. We still are not reaching enough, not absorbing and eating enough fruits and vegetables. And so my message then was, food is fuel, and our bodies are engines. We're either putting in, gasoline or oil into our tank. And, we have macronutrients, which are the protein, carbohydrates, fat. That's what gives us fiber or gives us calories. And then there's the micronutrients that serve at the cell level to give us that protection. And so my slide, for 2020 is still the same. We have those micronutrients, the vitamins, minerals, enzymes, phytonutrients, antioxidants that are contained in plant produce. And then we have the choice of the type of macronutrients to take in. Okay, as an example, a milkshake might have, protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Does it have any micronutrients? No, none at all. Okay. And so what would be a better choice, obviously, would be a salad and lots of vegetables in there, maybe some nuts and seeds, and you're going to also get the micronutrients. And so bringing home that concept again about whole food and whole food nutrition, is that the phytonutrients and antioxidants that are contained in fruits and vegetables are so many, over 12,000 phytonutrients, 100,000 antioxidants, and you cannot reproduce this in a vitamin pill or supplement. At best, a vitamin pill might have 25 vitamins and minerals in them, but let alone all of these thousands of micronutrients. And so, our solution of Juice Plus, as you heard on the video, is the fact that Juice Plus offers that plant produce with a food label. And looking back, our old bottles of red and green, at that time called Orchard and Garden, with just a few studies. And now today, we have the trio of fruit, vegetable, and berry, the omega, and of course the complete. And if you think about 15 years, we've added just a couple products. And we still have so many more people to touch. We're only touching 5% of the available market. And so you heard about the omegas on the video, that we bypassed the fish and went straight to the source of the omega, not the fish, because the fish eat the algae. We went right to the algae, and that algae is without contamination. It is, sourced and made, grown specially, for the Juice Plus Omega blend. And you get that array of 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And we already know that omegas have over 200 health properties, which include heart, brain, joints, circulation, eyes, and skin. So, it's just something that's essential. We have to consume them. Our body does not make them. All right. And so, again, just this full spectrum. And we have a study that just was published that showed that our omega blend got to the cell membrane, as measured by the omega index, in half of the time that a fish product did, with less quantity of the omega. And so this brings home the point that quality trumps quantity, and that obviously ours has a great quality and a quicker time. And why do you think that is? Because we got rid of the middle fish, okay? So, again, in 2005, I was attracted to the research. As a family physician, I was not one to get sold on anything. Even though I knew it was good for my husband, it took me a while to understand the research and to understand the value, because, I started to recommend it to some of my patients through the Wellness Plus program, where I was able to share the message, and then another person was able to follow up. And so I studied that research, and I really grew up. Look at the difference. Now there's 43 universities on 4 continents that have done research and published this information. When I started, there was a handful of 7 or so. And so, I was attracted to the research. If I can look there on the left to the American College of Cardiology, that was my the study that came out in May of 2003. And I first heard this in about July or August of 2003. And I was so excited because it had to do with blood flow and nitric oxide production, and the fact that after a high fat meal compared to placebo, there was protection at the microcirculation at the blood vessel level. And that spoke to my heart. That really did. And now with over 41 studies with 2,500 subjects over 25 years, as a physician, that means everything. Not only has it been 15 years of this, progression and growth of the research, but it has stood the test of time. And that's just so exciting. And so just as an example, in 2005, we would go over study by study. And, that was, I don't want to say tedious, it was exciting to me, but I don't know how exciting it was to everybody else. But these studies are still valid, and there's a little explanation there of the blood flow study. But, just having that foundation and that belief, I realize now we don't need to know all of these details. And we know it's there. And we have just now this body of peer-reviewed, independent, published medical studies, that have been done independently of the company on Juice Plus, and we can just then go to the statement that Juice Plus is clinically proven. That yes, it's absorbed. Yes, it reduces that damage at the cell level. It supports the immune system, helps protect DNA, helps with cardiovascular wellness, reducing inflammation, as well as helping with skin and gum health. But, bioavailability is a huge deal because Juice Plus is absorbed. Often people will notice a spring in their step, or they now have energy to work out, or maybe they're getting through the afternoon a little bit easier. That's awesome. And bioavailability helps understand that. But because this is some our military background, I just pulled this example because this young boy, Addison Love, and his sister, their mom heard me speak at this one of those earlier talks in '05. And came up to me and said, my kids are on allergy medicines and they get shots, and would any of this help? And I said, yes, if you start changing your diet and embrace some of these healthy habits. Well, she came back to me, of course I became her friend, and watched after a year or so, they had improving health. And over time, with a lot of changes, were able to get off their allergy medicine. And Addison in particular had cross country and golf and a lawn business. And then he became part of the armed forces, and just recently graduated from college and is stationed in the Army. And I don't know where exactly right now, but I remember his mom about 6 months ago saying, of course he's still on his Juice Plus, and he's, tall and thin and eats well, but actually did perform higher than anybody else in his unit on a lot of the serious testing they do with endurance. And he honestly told his mom he had no idea how he did that because he didn't do anything different. And so, the immune system studies I love to shine a spotlight on, because, it was the law students, the healthcare workers, elderly smokers, and special forces, for populations that also showed that in spite of their stresses, they had a more supported and balanced immune system. And so talking about Complete has always been one of my favorite things, because it is such a healthy, fast food where we can get that food to give you good fuel. And, there's so many options to be able to add Complete, but you get 13 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber, but, being 100% vegan and low fat and low sugar, non-dairy, low glycemic. And, some people need more protein. And what I have done, because I work out, I use 2 scoops of the Complete, and I add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and hemp hearts, and my protein load is almost close to 30, just for those few extra things that I do. And it's because I needed to add more protein. And so the calories are very low. And, the fact that the amount of carb is less than that of a half of an apple is amazing. And, we have so many choices. Also, MD Anderson studied Complete and the fruit and vegetable, and realizing this was with stage 4 ovarian cancer patients. So imagine MD Anderson subjecting stage 4 cancer patients to our Juice Plus and Complete. And they actually compared it to a study that was already done with 10 servings of fruits and vegetables. And they said, I wonder how this would compare to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables along with the micro and macro nutrition. and the information was the same as those that were eating the 10 a day, as well as some improved protein status with the those that were on the Juice Plus group. And so what we know now is that Juice Plus is effective, it bridges the gap, and it enhances vitality. It's a great solution. And so, you know, in '05, we used to say it was the most thoroughly researched nutritional product in the world. And now we can confidently say it still is the most researched but brand name nutritional product in the world. And you know, having a brand is extremely important today. I've actually had clients, patients, friends of friends say, I know the brand, how do I get it? Okay, and so after 25 years on the market, and over 41 medical studies or published studies, it is a brand. And that's what's so exciting. And I like to put this in, Juice Plus helps feed your body with plant-based nutrition, and a body well-fed is going to function better. And you know, another way to function better is to grow your own produce. And this tower garden has been so much fun to grow produce in 4 to 5 weeks, just with less space and less water. With this aeroponic system, the nutrients go into the base and they are cycled through with a motor, a timer, and beautiful home edition there over there on the left that's a little bit smaller and compact. And you know, this is just an example of what came off of my tower, off of 2 holes, I call them holes, of the tower, and that was enough salad for 2 days. Well, actually 3. And so the other way that we help families get healthy, and in 2005 we called it the Children's Research Program. And at that time, children between 6 and 15 could get Juice Plus as long as one parent could sponsor them for 3 years. Now, 15 years later, we call it the Family Health Study as part of our Healthy Starts for Family program. And I think they changed the name because now it's 4 through college. I don't think those college kids liked being in the children's research program. And so again, you know, it can go for up to 4 years instead of 3. And what an excellent way for families to get healthy together. And we have, you know, information and statistics from, you know, a group of, you know, people that have been through this program showing that children that are part of this eat more fruits and vegetables. They are actually sick less often. They're drinking more water. They're, you know, they are more aware of their health. And our son was an example. He grew up on that as well. So I remember in '05 saying the fruit, the then orchard and garden was $1.35 a day, and you are so worth it. Well, guess what? You know, just by adding the berry blend and over a 15-year period of time, it's still only $2.50 a day. So if you look at the comparison, and actually the company has done statistics of the price change, which has been minimal, doesn't even keep up with inflation or the price of the produce going up or transportation. It is so affordable. And remember how much a pack of cigarettes cost, okay? $5 or $6, $7 a day, a pack. And think about, you pay for what you value. And, you know, for $4, you get a drink of some kind as pictured here, but our complete is $2.33 a day. So imagine, you know, the omega 350, the cost is the best part. And I would say if somebody is challenged by that, they don't understand yet what they have in their hand. Okay. And so as a disclaimer, Juice Plus is not about treating or curing any specific condition or disease. It's just healthy plant-based nutrition, highly concentrated to deliver that nutritional punch, and obviously has that independent clinical research. So in conclusion, now more than ever, okay, how often are we hearing that message? You know, now more than ever, we are given the opportunity, you know, to impact people's lives, to, you know, offer a solution, to maybe if you're on today for the first time, to consider adding Juice Plus to your diet. You know, and somebody might say, what would you begin with? You know, well, I would ask you, what do you want? Do you want that health picture to improve over time? You know, what are you willing to give up? You know, it is cost versus value. You know, you value your health, you value your children. I say just start with the trio, and you know, you get a free complete 15-1 package through the end of this month, you know, if you're part of the Children's Health Study. So Troy, that's all I have. And I think I'm under time. If you have a question, I'll be glad to answer.
Wow. That's all you have. Really, really. I mean, just incredible. I'm about to fall out of this chair with all this information, and I learned some new things also. But Dr. Jan, I mean, just incredible. Like, and I was telling you, and I'll continue to say this, and I want everyone to know what I told Dr. Jan, that she's so humble, and that she's like the woman next door that you can go next door and ask her to borrow a bowl of fruit, and she's going to give it to you. That's how humble and just beautiful spirited she is. And I'm just proud to call her a hero, a mentor, a friend,
That's fine.
partner, a sister in the mission. And just, I mean, I just love her dearly. And I love you all. You know I do. I always tell everybody I love them because I do. And I care. And you could see and hear the passion in Dr. Jan's voice, how much she cares. And just imagine the patients that come through her doors, that care that they're receiving. And if you're a guest on this webinar, and if something on this webinar resonates with you, please get back to the person that invited you, because we need you to be a part of this mission. As Dr. Jan said, we're only hitting 5% of the people. And if you have a third of the population that's pre-diabetic or diabetic, then we need a lot more people in this mission. So please, I encourage you, get back with the person who invited you, and have a discussion how you can be a part of this mission, and have partners like Dr. Jan Roberto on your side. But Dr. Jan, again, I can't say enough. I want to thank Lisa Michelle for always being there. Love you. Gay Russell, you know how I feel about you. Thank you so much. And all of you, this could not be done without you participating. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, and just try to encourage one other person today. If you could reach out to someone and encourage them, and you don't have to tell them you love them like I do, but that it never hurts. People love to know that you care. So that being said, we're going to end it. Thank you so much, Dr. Jan. Gay, I don't know if you have anything you want to add.
No, I was just going to add that in the deaf community, when people want to make a greeting of appreciation to people, they just wave loudly and strongly. So even though you're all muted, everybody just gives that thank you to Dr. Jan. I appreciate all that you did. I love that. Lots of good energy. I could feel it. Thank you so much, Dr. Jan and Troy, for setting things up, and Lisa and everybody else that got on the call today. We all empower each other. So have a wonderful day.